lesson for January the 31st is entitled, Grow Strong in God. The key verse is from Isaiah 40:31, which says, "But those who hope in the Lord will renew their strength. They will soar on wings like eagles. They will run and not grow weary. They will walk and not be faint." The scripture is from Isaiah 40, verses 1 through 5, 25 through 31, and 41, verse 10. The lesson focus is God renews our strength. In the overview, it says that the New Testament echoes the words of Isaiah, the Old Testament prophet, with repeated quotations and references. The book of Isaiah is seen by many Bible scholars as the microcosm of the entire Bible. The Bible has 66 books. Isaiah has 66 chapters. The Old Testament has 39 books, and Isaiah has 39 chapters that deal with the themes of the 39 Old Testament books. The New Testament has 27 books, and the 27 final chapters of Isaiah deal with the themes of the 27 New Testament books. As we look at the book of Isaiah, we read some very harsh words spoken in judgment against sin in the first 39 chapters. Then suddenly, in chapter 40, come comfort and promise, salvation and strength, hope and blessing and grace fill the final pages of the book. There is only one God. There is only one God of salvation, strength, and comfort. He is the God who gives strength to the weak and weary. It is His provision, His power, and His presence that bring new and renewed strength to those who turn to Him and trust in Him. Physically, to stay strong or to get stronger, it takes effort. A personal trainer who understands what we need and how to help us can make a huge difference in the outcome. To renew strength after an accident or trauma, extended sickness, or surgery, the input of a good physical therapist gives measurable benefits. If we want to be and stay strong spiritually, we have no alternative but to accept help. We must have God's help. A new Christian, like a newborn baby, has some strength at birth. How do we get stronger spiritually? The God who has granted us life and strength of body, mind, and heart is the God who gives and renews our spiritual strength. The words of prophecy and promise in this study address that need and God's solution. In part 1, it says that God's provision makes us strong, and the text is from Isaiah 40, verses 1 through 5, which says, "Comfort, comfort my people, says your God. Speak tenderly to Jerusalem and proclaim to her that her hard service has been completed, that her sin has been paid for, that she has received from the Lord's hand double for all her sins. A voice of one calling, in the wilderness, prepare the way for the Lord. Make straight in the desert a highway for our God. Every mountain shall be raised up, every mountain and hill made low. The rough ground shall become level, the rugged places a plain. And the glory of the Lord will be revealed, and all people will see it together, for the mouth of the Lord has spoken." Isaiah turned from the prophecy of judgment to the prophecy of hope. Comfort, comfort my people, says your God. The use of the words my and your makes the message so personal. Sin has terrible consequences. The bondage caused by sin is not easily broken. Only God can take a sinful nation or a sinful person and bring them to redemption and deliverance. Words of comfort are words that speak to both mind and heart. The good news comes from God, but it will be spoken by a voice of one calling. The message of God's provision has been proclaimed by the prophets, by John the Baptist, by Jesus Christ himself, and by preachers, evangelists, pastors, missionaries, and Christians everywhere. Call out in the wilderness, in the desert, in the country, in the city. call out wherever you are that God's provision is promised. It is a call to make ready. John the Baptist preached the message that each sinner, every human, needs to hear. His cry was a call to repentance. Repentance is the sinner getting ready to receive the provision of God. Repentance is how we clear everything out of our way and prepare the way for the work of God in our lives. As the prayer of repentance brings the sinner to the strong salvation of God, the Christian's prayers of repentance, dependence, and worship bring the child of God to the strength that only God can give. It is God's provision that makes us strong. He has provided His Word. He has provided a Savior. He provides just what we need for spiritual and eternal victory, including His church, His Holy Spirit, and His amazing grace. Make sure you do all you can to be strong in the Lord. Exercise your faith. Be faithful in your worship and devotional life. Walk in obedience before God. Participate in all the means of grace available to you. Live so God can make you strong, remembering that you are only strong in His strength. He alone is strong. This portion of Scripture ends with a promise. And the glory of the Lord will be revealed, and all people will see it together, and a seal of authenticity, for the mouth of the Lord has spoken. In part 2, it says God's power makes us strong, and the text is from Isaiah 40, verses 25 through 31, which says, "To whom will you compare me, or who is my equal, says the Holy One. Lift up your eyes and look to the heavens. Who created all these? He who brings out the starry host one by one and calls forth each of them by name. Because of His great power and mighty strength, not one of them is missing. Why do you complain, Jacob? Why do you say, Israel, my way is hidden from the Lord, my cause is disregarded by my God? Do you not know? Have you not heard? The Lord is the everlasting God, the creator of the ends of the earth. He will not grow tired or weary, and His understanding no one can fathom. He gives strength to the weary and increases the power of the weak. Even youths grow tired and weary, and young men stumble and fall. But those who hope in the Lord will renew their strength. They will soar on wings like eagles. They will run and not grow weary. They will walk and not be faint. This is it. There is no one else to compare with God. There's no one else who has come even close to doing what He has already done. There is no one else who can do what He has promised to do. There is no one who can do for you now and in the days ahead what He can do. God suggested that when we want to weigh things properly, we look to the heavens and remember who has great power and mighty strength. God gave His children a list of great reasons why they should never worry or whine that their cause is disregarded. He is the everlasting God, the Creator. His attention and energy are never lacking because He will not grow tired or weary, and His understanding is endless. People of all ages get tired, and many fall down, but those who hope in the Lord will renew their strength, because God gives strength to the weary and increases the power of the weak. Think about running without being weary and never getting faint as you journey. Then there is the matter of soaring like eagles by the power of God, the possibility of reaching new heights and flying high in the knowledge that we are not earthbound. There are two wonderful considerations here. One is that God can give us the strength to soar. Waiting on, hoping in, and placing our trust in God enables Him to impart to us spiritual strength that would never be possible without our relationship with Him. The other beautiful thought is that when a young eagle is learning to fly, the parent will dive under it. The widespread wings of the parent bird give the weak and floundering young bird safety, confidence, support, and the ability to fly beyond all expectation. Sometimes we are carried on the wings of God. Often, when we are weak and falling fast, He swoops down and lifts us with the power of His wings. Deuteronomy 32, verses 11 and 12, and Psalm 18, verse 10 paint this picture also. In either case, it is His power that gives us strength. When you accept the provision of His salvation, you will find the continued provision of His strength, and that power will enable you to live in all of the wonderful provisions of His grace. In part 3, it says that God's presence makes us strong, and the text is from Isaiah 41, verse 10, which says, "So do not fear, for I am with you. Do not be dismayed, for I am your God. I will strengthen you and help you. I will uphold you with my righteous right hand." The fear of a specific situation is suddenly gone when we realize we are with one who can easily handle the circumstances we're facing. Here again, we see two ways we are made strong. Sometimes the presence of God makes us strong by reassuring us that He will give us the strength to handle the situation. Sometimes the presence of God makes us strong by the very power of His presence and our knowledge that He can handle any situation. There is nothing beyond His power. Hear God telling His children, "Do not fear, do not be dismayed." He gives us 5 great reasons to rest in the calm of His strength when He says, "I am with you. I am your God. I will strengthen you and help you. I will uphold you with my righteous right hand." The presence of God brings us to the place where we realize that we can do everything through Him who gives us strength. The presence of God is also evident when we see what He has done, the things only He could do, when we see Him do now what only He can do, and when we see what He has promised that only He can accomplish. In today's life application, it says to make 2 lists side by side. First, list what the provision, power, and presence of God has already accomplished for you. List alongside the first list the things you need help with now, and the situations and areas of spiritual growth where you need strength now. When you see what He has done, may it help you see what He will do.